Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night Show and Share, where we bring out the things we are working on or finished, our successes and our failures, and share them with each other. It's been a while since I've done that, or done this, so I have totally forgotten how to do it. So you're just gonna have to bear with me here. But let's see, first on our list happens to be my daughter, so this makes it a little easier for me. You ready to come up and share your cosplay jacket? She made this summer. Very awesome work.
I just gave away half my speech already. So back in July, or I guess end of July, beginning of August, I had a convention that I went to, Otakon in Washington, D.C. And I wanted to have another costume, and I had watched a Netflix show called Shadow and Bone back when it came out in like May or April, something like that. And so about 2.5 weeks before the convention, I said, I'm going to make the jacket. So I went to Joann's and I bought a disgusting amount of red wool fabric and a bunch of thread. And I went to my sewing machine and I did not stop sewing until about 5 minutes before I left. And what I made is this. There's embroidery on both of the sleeves. There's embroidery here on the back and on the collar. And for people who know sewing, the embroidery goes over the seams. I did it with a machine. I broke a lot of needles.
And it matches both sides on the back.
Yeah,
the symmetry is perfect.
Yeah, it's mirrored. Everything is mirrored. It's for a character called Jenya. But yeah, this is my 2-week jacket.
Okay, now we have Arno, who has an atomics demo, and it's atomics mix on the end.
Yes.
That seems important.
It's a brand name. It's an imitation of a brand name. So yeah, this is an ongoing project. I've shown it before. I just wanted to show off a little bit more of what I've done now that I know how to use the laser cutter. So I've gotten some really clean lines on my acrylic case here. I actually got, the properly sized acrylic for what I wanted to do for the beads I got. Based on a suggestion from Billy, I also tried frosting the glass with the sandblaster by going this way and then going this way, and it comes out really cleanly if it'll focus. So that's a very, very uniform coverage there. So overall, I was happy with that, and then I moved on to making it vibrate, because that's the other half of it, is letting the so-called atoms rearrange. So I started making little motors. So little switches, spot for a 9-volt battery, and motors, and trying to get little sort of eccentric things to go on the end of the shaft to wobble. And I had some failures, some successes. I tried a clay ball, it disintegrated. I did an eraser, it worked really well until it didn't. And then I broke the tabs off of my motor, and so this is the second motor, and I wasn't really happy with the results. So finally, after all that work with the motors, which was probably 2 or 3 days just off and on, I just gave up, and I went to Walmart, to the sporting goods section, and I bought the deep tissue massage gun. Yeah, it's for your muscles, guys. That's why it has all these fun little tips, like neck and spine. So, if I can get somebody to come up and hold this, I can show off the massage gun. Billy, where do you want me? Just like here?
More over that way.
can you hold this, say like catty corner?
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll,
This is not as easy as flipping levers.
and then you also have higher power settings, which simulates higher temperature. All right, any questions? Yes, actually. Any other questions?
Are you going to put some smaller beads in there?
I actually do have some smaller beads in there.
Oh, okay.
So you can see these little orange ones. That's what's actually keeping the structure from all aligning, because I've tried this without those smaller beads, and you just get one sort of superstructure across the whole thing. So these do a really good job of limiting what we call the grain size. Other questions? All right.
Alrighty. Thank you for that, Arno. That was fun. Alrighty. Now we have David, and he has a laptop rack, something we could probably all use more of.
There was a day when I needed this. It was warm in the garage. This happened. I didn't bring a laptop, but basically, if I could find my phone, I could show you generally what it does. There was not a lot of precision involved in this. I actually had the triangle pieces from a different project, and I set the laptop up next to one of them, put the other one in place, and then sawed the edges down so that it would more or less line up, and painted it, which is kind of novel for me. It's usually a triumph of functionality over style. And the one thing, the object lesson is that when you make something that will let you do it, you should put your name on it and the date of when you did it, or when you completed it or something, or when you started it or something, because I have no idea how old this thing is. But the nature of it is, unless there's actually a fire, it'll outlive me by several dozen decades. Someone might care someday. Doubtful. But the weird stuff is what persists. And so that's my 2 cents.
All right. Is there anybody else out there who was sitting on a project just waiting to show it off? Anybody? Last call. Okay. Next week. You're all on warning. And I guess that's it. We have some announcements. There's a lot of classes, a lot of authorization classes. Tracy was going to say something about the upcoming Toy Tech. We also have a toy parade in the works. Many exciting things. Keep your eyes on the calendar. Tracy.
So if you're not aware of our Toy Tech program, we have, every year, we partner with Spark, our landlords and friends who live upstairs, and they provide technology for people with disabilities, and around Christmas time, they provide toys for children who are, we take electronic toys, the annoying, like, squeeze the tummy and it does this stupid song thing. Well, some kids can't do that, and we want their parents to be annoyed by those toys too. So we do toy surgery. We go inside, splice a wire in, and put an external button connect on so that the kid can use the back of their hand or their cheek or a different type of switch to activate the toy. Last year we did it virtually, but we're going to be doing this again in person. So November 30th, which is a Tuesday, we're going to bring all the toys in here, and after show and share, we're going to come together and do toy surgery and eat cookies and listen to Christmas music. It's after Thanksgiving, so it's legal to listen to Christmas music. If you're the only experience, you don't need any experience to do this. There will be, if you've never soldered before, it requires like very minimal soldering, and there will be people to help you learn how to do that. And if you've never done a toy before, but you do know how to solder, there'll be people to help you do that too. It is a really good time. It's helping the community, and you get to play with toys, and it's fun, and that is my pitch for Show and Share Toy Tech Night, which is in 2 weeks on November 30th, the week after Thanksgiving. Please come. It'll be a good time. Thank you.
Alrighty, because my daughter is awesome and had her phone with her, and her thumbs work really amazingly well, I can tell you now that we have upcoming blacksmithing authorization on the 18th. There's Woodworking 101 coming up, MIG Welding 101 coming up on the 20th. There's a virtual board meeting. Oh, okay. Scary that. And then there's next week. Also, Billy has some machining classes, authorization classes coming up, which he is going to be getting onto the calendar shortly. So, yeah. Alrighty. And that's this week. And next Tuesday, we'll do the same thing again, all over, with different announcements and other things. Open hack out.